episode 382. Tonight, I will be talking about Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor pay-per-view, WWE Wrestlemania Smackdown, and then the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. Right here, right now, 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Welcome, Wrestling Fanatics. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I am your host, Lance Brock. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, right here on Spreaker or wherever you listen to 360 Wrestling podcasts. Appreciate you being here. Like I mentioned on the preview, tonight was Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor WWE Wrestlemania Smackdown, the go-home episode before the 2 nights of WrestleMania, and then following Smackdown on Peacock was the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. Right now, it is 12:58 a.m. and didn't go too late, luckily. And let's get into this episode. And let's start off with Smackdown. I just want to say it's not quite a full recap because I didn't want to stay up even later than I did, because I was thinking about watching Ring of Honor live and recording Smackdown and watching it tonight, but instead, I think it's called multitasking. I decided to watch both at the same time, but I had the sound for Supercard of Honor on most of the time, so a lot of the time I was just kind of glancing at Smackdown, see what was going on. And let's get into Smackdown. And this was one of the segments that I did not have the sound on for. Like I said, I was also watching Supercard of Honor, but I did see the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, in the ring, and they were interrupted by their challengers at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Like I said, I did not have the sound on for this segment, so not sure what they said. And our first match of the night on SmackDown is a fatal 4-way match. Ricochet, Chad Gable, Montez Ford, and Eric. And Ricochet gets the win. And next up, we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Not bad, but it was kind of usual, and they did have a good video package focusing on Andre the Giant before the actual match started, so that was good. even though, even the first 2 or 3 years they did it, I wouldn't say it was ever really, like, presented as a real major deal, but it just went downhill after the first few years or so, and then after the first few years it was on the kickoff, and then the last 2 years now it has been on Smackdown and not even on Wrestlemania. And I noticed the video package, they did not show Cesaro. I know he's in AEW now, Claudio Castagnoli, but I'm still kind of surprised when they showed all the ones who have won it before. They didn't even show them real quick. But this one is won by Bobby Lashley, which I kind of feel bad for Bobby because he was supposed to have the match on Mania with Bray Wyatt. Of course, Bray Wyatt not being able to compete at WrestleMania. So they put Lashley in the Battle Royal and is the 2023 winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I'm fine with. Even though I'd rather see Lashley have a much bigger match on the actual WrestleMania card. Who knows, unless there's a last minute change and they put him on one of the nights somehow. And next up, Raquel Rodriguez wins a fatal 4-way match against Natalya, Shayna Baszler, and Sonya Deville, which, after I talk Smackdown, I want to mention something real quick about Natalya. And we see Rey Mysterio backstage, and he gives Delgado Fantasma LWO t-shirts. I'm not sure if this means they're bringing back the LWO and having them be it. We'll just have to wait and see. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus versus Imperium. McIntyre and Sheamus pick up the win. And then Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns have an in-ring segment to close the show. So that was tonight's WWE Smackdown, WrestleMania Smackdown, I should say. Not a bad go-home show, but like I said, I also wasn't really paying that much attention to it. Now let's go on over to pay-per-view Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor from Los Angeles, California. And on 0 Hour, first we have Willie Mack taking on Konosuke Takeshita, and Willow Nightingale and Takeshita get the win, by the way. Women's action up next. Willow Nightingale defeated Miranda Alizé. Stu Grayson defeated Slim J. Good matches on this 0 Hour. And the main card. Commentators tonight: Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman, and making his return to Ring of Honor Wrestling, Nigel McGuinness, which was good to see him back in ROH doing commentary again. I'm not sure if this is just a one-time thing for Supercard of Honor or if he will be joining the Ring of Honor commentary team on a regular basis. And we kick things off with the AAA Mega Championship on the line. El Hijo del Vikingo taking on Commander. And really good match here to kick off the show. Lots of high-flying, exciting lucha action. Vikingo picks up the win, defeating Commander 15 minutes 46 seconds. Next up, the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships are on the line. The Embassy defeats AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Matalik 9 minutes 2 seconds. Not too much here, kind of a short match, but not bad though. The Embassy retains Brian Cage in the Gates of Agony, and then after the match, Blake Christian knocked out. And then Prince Nana shakes his hand, supposedly doing the Code of Honor. And the Ring of Honor Women's Championship is on the line. Yuka Sakazaki challenging Athena. I thought this one was quite a very good women's matchup here. Athena retains. Defeating Sakazaki 12 minutes. And next up is one of those emotional matches I'm sure a lot of people were looking forward to see for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Samoa Joe defending against Mark Briscoe. And good match here. And I was surprised Samoa Joe defeating Mark Briscoe, having the Kakita clutch locked in, the referee raising Briscoe's arm, and he was out. 14 minutes, 33 seconds. Samoa Joe retains. I thought for sure that they were going to have Mark Briscoe beat Joe here for the ROH TV title, since he was dedicating it to his brother Jay Briscoe and all of his family and all the fans of the Briscoes. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Maybe one day down the road, we'll have another match between Mark Briscoe and Samoa Joe, and maybe he'll get the title then. But still, in the end, he got an ovation from the crowd, celebrated with his family. And next up on Supercard of Honor, representing the Jericho Appreciation Society, Daniel Garcia taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi. Another very good match here. Garcia impressed me quite a bit in this one. Looked very good in there against Tanahashi. Of course, Tanahashi was great. The ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling, which Tanahashi was victorious in this match. 12 minutes, 1 second. Very good one. And now the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships were on the line in the reach for the Sky Ladder match to crown new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. And another match that was emotional heading into, because this is the first time that new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions are being crowned since the tragic passing of Jay Briscoe in January. And in this one, it is Aussie Open Top Flight, Russian Dorosiko, the Kingdom, and the Lucha Brothers. And this one was wild, just as you would expect from one of these multi-team ladder matches. It was insane, and unfortunately there was an injury to Dante Martin, and definitely did not look good. Twisted his ankle when he landed after that destroyer out onto the tables. Hopefully it's not too serious and he won't miss too much of time, but like I said, it definitely did not look good. Of course, the referees threw up the X symbol, and definitely just want to send him a speedy recovery, or wish him a speedy recovery, I should say. 20 minutes, 9 seconds for this one. The Lucha Brothers become the new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. I have to say, probably my pick for match of the night. Just fantastic. The Ring of Honor Pure Championship, Pure Wrestling Rules is next. Shibata and William Regal, I don't know why I said William Regal, Wheeler Yuta, and another really good wrestling match here between these two, and it is Shibata getting the win, defeating Wheeler Yuta to become the new Ring of Honor Pure Champion. Very good match. Now it is time for the main event for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Claudio Castagnoli and Eddie Kingston. Definitely a good main event. Eddie Kingston, like I talked about this morning on GMWF, he was the one that I wanted to see win, but I thought it was going to be Claudio coming out as still Ring of Honor World Champion, and Kingston, great in this match. I thought they did a good job of making it look like he was going to be Claudio Castagnoli, but in the end, Claudio defeats Eddie Kingston at 20 minutes, 8 seconds to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship. And Claudio Castagnoli celebrates with Wheeler Yuta. And that was Ring of Honor. Not just yet. One more thing. Shibata makes his way to the ring to apply some backup for Eddie Kingston. And Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta exit. So it kind of looks like maybe teasing that we could see a tag team match between these four in the future. And that was Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. Very good show. I thought a lot of great wrestling on this card. If you did not see it, if you were watching Smackdown, I definitely recommend checking out the replay on traditional pay-per-view or Bleacher Report or internationally Fight TV or any of the other ways you can watch it. Definitely worth watching. Very good card. And next up on this Friday night of the Pro Wrestling Week, we go over to Peacock, well, here in the United States anyway, WWE Network, just about everywhere else. Time for the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. We start things off with Stacy Keibler. She's being inducted by two people, both the hardcore legend Mick Foley, which most people expected, and also Tori Wilson. And next was Andy Kaufman. Jerry the King Lawler was not able to be there, but did send a video message, and there to induct him was the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, which is one that does make sense since he was there in Memphis at the time when that happened, and his brother and his sisters accepted for him. And next up, the legendary Great Muta, definitely deserving. I know he's not in WWE, but as far as pro wrestling goes, definitely deserving. And he was inducted by the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and he kept it short. Like he said, he's not very good at the English, but I thought he did very well though. And of course he spit the mist. Now, I didn't mention this during the Smackdown recap, but there was a production assistant went into his locker room and they came out with the mist on his face. And next is the Warrior Award for legendary referee Tim White, and he is inducted by the APA, JBL, and Ron Simmons. And I was kind of surprised though, because usually Dana Warrior, the wife of the Ultimate Warrior, does the Warrior Award, but she was not there this year, or at least not on camera anyway, which I was kind of surprised about. And the headliner of this year's Hall of Fame, Rey Mysterio, who was inducted by Conan, who I thought did a good job inducting Rey, and then Rey having a very good speech. And that was the WWE 2023 Hall of Fame ceremony. And tomorrow, what we have in store, 1 p.m. Eastern, NXT Stand and Deliver. And then tomorrow night is night 1, Wrestlemania Saturday. We'll definitely hope to be here for a show right after the first night. And then Sunday afternoon, we have the Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame, which I'm looking forward to watching. And Sunday night is the finale, night 2, WrestleMania Sunday. Again, hope to be here right after for an episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. But first, we'll be back here tomorrow morning for the Saturday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Hope everyone is having an awesome WrestleMania Pro Wrestling Week, whichever you want to call it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will be back soon. More episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tomorrow morning, GMWF. Hope everyone has a great night, and hope everyone is geared up, pumped up, and excited for WrestleMania tomorrow. Until then, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.